Hey, speaking of
Hi,
hand
boys.
jobs.
Whoa, come on now.
Hey, nobody put up his fucking brand. What are we doing?
I mean, it's
That was
clear
your
that I'm a
gi-
hand job.
I thought that was your gimmick.
I mean, it is, but, you know, it would have been nice if somebody was on it while I was giving my fucking this and that about things. Here we go.
I was about to say, I could whip out my own penis if that's what we need. Huh?
Kyle, let me ask you a question. Like, you're familiar with the ladies, right?
Somewhat,
general.
yeah. Yeah.
Huge.
When you think of, like, how much, let's say, how much Aunt Flo comes to visit them every month,
Right.
would you imagine that it would take about 9 tablespoons worth to finish said visit?
It's fascinating to me, actually, that now that you bring that up. I just learned how many, like how many tampons they use during a cycle. I thought it was you throw one up there, bang, bang, boom, Bob's your uncle, throw it in the trash when you're done.
Yeah, it should be good
But-
for like 3-4 days, right?
It's like 12 baker's dozens you got to pop up there. It's
Yeah,
like,
fuck
what
that shit.
What a ordeal.
See, this is why I don't like understand like women wanting to become men and men wanting to become women, because who would want to deal with that shit? Like, I wouldn't
Tell
want a
Tony.
period for 4 days.
Who does?
Seriously.
does?
Then I gotta go out and buy a magnum full of fucking Tampax? Get the fuck out of
A
here.
magnum full.
Yeah, I figure that's about 48, right?
That's a great
Yeah,
unit
prove
of
me wrong,
measurement.
seriously.
I like it. No, I'm with you. I don't know
But
what I'm
my-
with, but I'm with you.
My God, like I don't know how women do it. Dealing with periods every month, giving birth to kids. Fuck that. That's out of my wheelhouse.
I know. So I know
Make
a
sure
guy
you're recording
that has
this
to,
shit, Matt, by the way. I want this all on the soundboard next week.
I say I know a guy that has to put a butt tampon in sometimes because he has a little anal leakage.
You know, when I had my fistula years ago, we were vending Ricky the Dragon Steamboat at one of these fucking wrestling conventions, and I was wearing a maxi pad because I had leakage for about a month.
It's you. You're the one that I heard about.
It was me. Oh, we've
kind
talked
of,
about it. Listen, I had to deal with it. I had to get it out there.
Was it like a true tampon, or you just balled?
Oh,
some
no, it
toilet
wasn't a
paper in?
tampon. It was a pad. Like, you know, I had to protect my shit.
I'm sorry, I didn't mean
So
to be so
every picture I
ridiculous.
had from that day with Ricky Steamboat, I had a
not of your pad,
special surprise. Huzzah.
man. It's like a box of chocolates, your asshole.
You fucking just never know, man. No, but it wasn't feces. I mean, it was just, you know, discharge, everything cleaning out, you know? Kind of like when you get like
Probably.
MRSA, when you squeeze out the infection and stuff like
Why
that.
are you saying that like that's just a thing everybody goes through?
I would imagine, especially in wrestling, everybody goes through MRSA at least once, right?
Yep.
Canvases
I
are
don't know.
dirty.
I don't know, HK, you ever have MRSA?
What the fuck is going on?
We're not live, right?
Oh, buddy, we're always live.
Oh, yeah. Hey, I have a bone to pick with Larry Zabisco real quick before we
Oh,
get into the...
go eat a shit.
Oh, the Granite Man.
First of all, that
Your
boat...
fucking idol is Larry Zabisco.
That theoretical boat you brought up earlier, man, if I could just shoot a rocket towards that boat and everybody go... Except HK. Kevin, like, if HK could, like, find a little raft... But Bob Backlund, Larry Zabisco, and his stupid... I was watching a WCW earlier today, and he had a orange Hawaiian shirt with a black blazer. Fuck out of here, asshole. What are we doing? HK, you talk a lot about how you want people to dress. You went on a whole rant about a referee wearing windbreaker pants and how you didn't like that. You gotta support an orange Hawaiian shirt with a black blazer? Bitch.
It's nice having you. It's been nice having you on there, hand job.
Just pulling your putt a little bit.
You have to do a little bit harder.
I'll keep that in mind.
And a little faster, too, right?
Feedback's good.
It's a little bit.
Yeah. Well, the Rock.
Oh, boy.
The Rock's here,
Well-
by the way.
Excuse me? The Rock or Barack?
Well, both are around.
You
Either
smell
one
what
was
he's
great.
cooking?
I said the Rock.
Speaking of not great, Friday, did you see when he made his big appearance with the Bloodline? And not for
You didn't
anything,
like it?
man. No, not The Rock's best work, man. Not a fan. Roman did a great job. Rock, not so much. Didn't care
Sorry?
for it. Just
Yeah,
didn't care for it. I don't know.
that's fair.
Didn't wow
No,
me.
So my takeaway, I mean, I enjoyed it. I was entertained by the promo from The Rock. My cats are named Dwayne and Rock, so I'm a big Rock fan, obviously.
Oh, we gotta circle back to your cats too.
No, we'll go ahead and do that. But I did think the promo from Rock was a bit on the nose as far as like, I'm a heel now. Here's my sunglass. Like he hasn't worn sunglasses on screen in years, but now that he's a heel, he wears That's always been a pet peeve of mine. And the goofy shirt, which I get it, it's an homage to his previous days, but it seemed a bit of an abrupt, unnatural turn to me.
I'm with you on that 100%.
He didn't even have the fucking things tied.
He leaned into it too much that it seemed unnatural. I agree with that.
The shit that happened last Thursday at the WrestleMania press conference, amazing. He was a dick and he played it well and fuck everybody else, telling Triple H you got to get your shit together. That was great Rock. This was kind of like 2 steps back for me.
But Kyle, part of me feels like we're going to see more evolution of this throughout the weeks until WrestleMania. So this may have just been a first step again into what might happen that we don't even know yet. So they may have done it intentionally, as far as I'm concerned.
Yeah, no, that's fair. Yeah, I'm sure they'll workshop it over the weeks. And I'm being nitpicky just for the sake of being nitpicky. Like I said, I watched it and I was entertained by it. Love The Rock and I love his heel persona. But yeah, if we're entering this story, Roman and Cody's story is just based in so much reality that I feel like The Rock almost feels out of place in a way.
Did you? There was a whole swell on the IWC about Roman saying that Cody was gonna lose at Mania, but he was looking right at the Rock said Cody was gonna lose at Mania, but he was looking right at Roman, and then when he didn't point his finger in the air, he did the L. Where do you stand on this? Are people looking way too hard? Are they over-interpreting everything that's happening? Over-interpretate? Is that a word, Tony?
Yes, we are interpreting here.
Are we over-interpreting?
Well, you could over or under-interpretate, I guess.
Yeah,
underperforming. Is over-interpreting a word? Let me look that
I don't
up.
think
while
so.
you answer
But
that
I think
question,
if it is a
Might
word,
be
I
two
think,
word.
yeah. Over-interpreting. I don't think interpreting is a word.
Over-interpret.
So you under-interpreted the word interpret.
To read too much into something. Yeah.
Yeah.
Over-interpret.
So interpretating is reading too much and reading into the word interpret?
Man,
You interpreted interpret.
what an educational show this is, really.
We try to educate the people.
Over-interpretation.
You like to have a
there
little
you
bit
go.
of fun, but it's really about coming out learning something on the Shining Wizards Wrestling.
Over-interpret.
What? Oh, I thought that was just a soundboard thing you had. It's like,
It was. I think. What?
Speaking of
Oh,
balls,
you got to send me the cat comer drop, please.
that's a sentence. I'll send you all the drops. The cat cum, the
Oh!
I'm gonna come on you like nobody's ever come on you before.
what's happening over there?
Kyle, I was
trying to
listening.
come in my face.
I was listening to the latest episode of the Apron Bump Podcast with tonight's guest, Mr. Chubby Dudley Bay.
Chode Dudley? Did you just call him Chode Dudley?
Showed Dudley.
Oh, anyway, Bay Ragney. Am I saying that right?
That's what I said. So
right.
either we're both going to be wrong, or
All
so
right.
just say Bay
anyway,
Bay Ragnar.
I listened to the latest episode of the Apron Bump Podcast with Bay, where you guys talked natural born killers. You should not get your cat declawed, sir. You should learn to cut your cat's nails.
brother.
What does that have to do with Chubby Dudley?
Well, I brought it. It came.
I was
It
putting
a
over
little
a
thing.
plug for his show.
Sure.
You know,
He's such a nice guy.
yeah, but Tony's the fucking.
I'm sorry. I interpreted your question incorrectly. I'm sorry. Continue.
No, but you've never heard noises out of a cat like you've heard. I put Dwayne on his back, try to cut his nails. It's human yelling that he does, and he claws me and bites me, and
You got to wrap
you
him in a
can't-
towel.
No, you can't put a cat on its back. Of course it's going to fuck with you.
well, not on its back, but like get to the claws. You gotta handcuff it and sedate it, and Hit it over
There's
the
no
head with
laws
it.
when it comes to the claws. Am I right,
Are you
gentlemen?
still talking about
Oh.
your cat, or you're talking about the WWE?
A cat
Yeah.
can't go on its back, right? So is there a cat style, or is it just strictly dog style in the animal?
Oh yeah.
No,
Yeah,
the
cat
cat.
can
I think the cat does the stretch where it puts its butt in the air. So I guess you could do cat style.
I think that's called presenting, right? Hand
Yes.
job, Kyle.
Yeah. Yeah, big presenter.
I know.
Yeah.
Just question.
I
Not
like-
a cat guy. I don't know. I needed to ask.
I go, Kyle, we want to do a monthly segment. It's going to be, we're going to talk about the hottest items of the week. I am the cat comer.
I mean, you brought up the clawing.
Yeah.
I was
Jesus,
trying
dude.
to fucking give him I
It's
was
a
trying
fucking
to
terrible
plug-
segue.
We
My
get into
God.
a variety of topics on the Apron Bump, and sometimes cat claws come up.
And I wanted to show that I support Kyle, and I listened to his show.
I talk about cats. I talk about Sandman fucking Missy Hyatt with a Singapore cane. I asked Chubby Dudley. He didn't say no. So
So you
That's
asked
the-
Chubby Dudley if Sandman violated someone with his cane?
yes.
Not someone, Missy Hyatt.
Well, Missy Hyatt. Well, then
Well,
again,
it all made sense in the context. I didn't just say, "Hey, hello, Mr. Chubby. Hey, by the way," like it came up and because there was a whole thing. You got to listen to it.
Yeah,
You'll
Tony,
understand.
listen to it
See,
instead
Matt,
of listening to
you're-
whatever fucking shows
don't.
are on our fucking network that suck.
this is your interpretation. This is 100% what I want from a segment with Kyle. See? So, like, you're poo-pooing the segments. And
Oh,
this is
yeah,
what
the last
people
guy that
want.
was on the show that I had to edit, but this is what he wants. Good. I'm glad he's the fucking bar. I am the bar. Good. Kyle has to take his fucking hood off to walk through the doorway, but he's the fucking voice of reason. Great.
I have to take my hood off. I didn't say anything.
Yeah, Kyle didn't say anything.
I didn't say Kyle, did I?
You
Yeah,
said Kyle to take his
now
hood
that's
off.
just out in the ether, throwing out these
No,
accusations.
I'm sorry. I had this gross alcoholic beverage, and I went back for it again, and it's just, I don't know. It's not
Sounds
good.
like sounds like a personal problem. That sounds like
It's
user
stupid.
error.
I'm just a stupid person.
Speaking of stupid, The Rock and his stupid vest. Thoughts?
I think vests are stupid to begin with. Like any person that wears a vest is a
Yeah.
fucking idiot.
Yeah, I'm sure
just
Stone
cold
Cold
right
will
here.
fucking have a word with you about that.
No, like you
fucking
go out,
dummy.
like it's fucking 30 degrees out, and some dude's got a fucking flannel shirt on and then a vest over it. Just so what? Your nipples don't get fucking hard. It's not doing anything.
What about like a three-piece suit?
That's how I feel about vests, Tony.
How do you
You
feel
don't wear a
about,
vest with a suit?
I'm not
waistcoats? Is
talking
that what they're
about
called?
Jesus fucking Christ.
That's a vest.
Suits. I'm not talking about a suit.
What about LA Knight wearing the vest? How do you feel about
Yeah.
that?
Yeah.
Golden tobacco.
Not
Yeah.
talking about wrestlers.
Yeah, why don't we
The
talk about
Rock is
wrestlers
a
on
wrestler. What the fuck are you
Yeah.
talking about?
Oh, that's how this whole thing started.
All right,
my
so
God.
wrestling vests, thumbs up.
Okay.
Non-wrestlers
the
wearing
hard hitting.
vests outside, thumbs down.
Yeah.
Like vest, I feel like you're like misreading what vests are made for.
Yeah.
No one wears a vest to keep themselves warm. They wear a vest under a suit or like over a tie and a button down to make themselves look presentable. You have a problem with that?
No, that's not the type of vest I'm talking about.
You're talking about
Where are you
poofy
seeing
vests.
people walking around just wearing vests? That's what I want to know.
Spending a lot of time at the pier.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You at the fucking Blue Oyster?
Spend a lot of time outside. I see a lot of dumb people wearing vests.
A lot of Brian Pillmans down where you were.
No, that's a wrestling vest, Kevin. That's okay.
Oh,
Yeah, not a wrestling vest, you fucking dildos.
Well, he didn't wrestle with the vest on. Now that's something. That's something we
What-
dive
what
into.
would you call it? A winter vest?
Yes, we're
Yeah,
the
there's like the
dildos.
poofy. I know what you're talking about.
know-
Yeah,
now- you know
that's what I'm
I know-
talking
I
about.
know what
Those
he's saying.
stupid
Oh,
things.
well, they wear them over like a fucking like a polo shirt or something?
That's what I fucking
yeah.
said.
What's wrong with that?
It's
Nope, I'm with
stupid. It
Matt.
does
I'm
nothing.
with Matt, 100%. Now that we got to the bottom of the issue, 100% with Matt.
No, that's a hard disagree for me, man.
No, dude,
Not
some little
the
bubble
expert.
vest.
I'm the fucking expert.
Oh, now you are, huh?
In the
Little-
vest
little
situation,
bubble-
I am.
Oh, I'm with Matt 100%. 100%.
No, I've
now
never
that we
cum
got
on
to
my
it.
cats. I know where my cum goes.
Well, speaking of vests, Are you guys invested in the road to WrestleMania? Shut the fuck up. Are you invested?
Yep.
See, I'm the conductor. I'm keeping this on the tracks.
Thank God one of us is.
Yeah.
That's what I'm here for. That's what I'm here for.
Are we invested in what?
Years.
Mania, Elimination Chamber? What's
Yeah,
the
good
dinner
look.
night?
What do we see? Do we see a tag match at night 1? Cody, Seth, Rock, Roman. Do we see it?
No,
at,
no.
I hope not.
And
I
here's
hope not, but
why.
I think they might.
No. Because if one of those fuckers gets hurt during this tag match, bye night 2. You don't want to risk that. You don't want to risk that. I cringed every time they made MJF defend the stupid fucking Ring of Honor tag belts before a major pay-per-view main event. Stupidity. They'd be crazy to do something like that. If they want to move that to down the road, maybe like a main event for like SummerSlam or Saudi Arabia even, then fucking do that. But keep WrestleMania, keep it as Roman and Cody, and just fucking roll with it. Let these dildos be in each other's corners. Let them have all these cockamamie shenanigans, but let this be a one-on-one match. No triple threats, no fucking extra people. Fuck all that nonsense.
Which Kyle, this actually brings me back, and I'll ask you about this, is that maybe they don't have Rock actually wrestle at WrestleMania. And then maybe your night 1, despite how much I don't like it, will be Seth, Drew McIntyre, and you can supplement it with the women's main events and all that stuff, which will obviously make for a great show. And then you have Cody Roman night 2, and then The Rock somehow gets himself involved where somewhere down the road, like a SummerSlam or a pay-per-view or a Saudi Arabia, where then you finally get Rock Roman, and Rock gets his fans back and all that stuff.
Yeah, no, I agree with that. But I feel like Rock's going to have some sort of involvement with WrestleMania. I mean, do we think it'll just be like a corner man type of deal?
Maybe.
He's going to be the host of WrestleMania.
Ooh.
No, part of me feels like he still will have a match. I just really don't want it. But the thing with what Seth did about telling Cody that he doesn't have to fight this battle alone was huge. And that's definitely like, it makes you think. And that's why it's so great what WWE is doing, Kyle, right now is like, I just don't know what they're going to do from week to week. Like tonight on Raw, I don't know what they're going to do.
Yeah, Raw's become appointment viewing or SmackDown or whatever the storyline goes, which is all that matters. But just, to be a nitpicker here, do we think The Rock maybe is overshadowing the Cody and Roman story at all?
Here's the thing, Matt. I'll let you go real quick. I don't think he is. Like, I don't think The Rock is like that intense anymore. He's great. He's great to have, Matt. But I think Cody and Roman have done a great job on their own doing it.
I think The Rock is there to distract people from the Vince McMahon sex trafficking. And seriously, look, more people are. Francine was on some Fox News and said she didn't get far in WWE because she would not do the things that Vince wanted her to do to sexualize her on TV. Like, I think The Rock is there to cover up this nasty. This is like.
Wait a second. She
What?
didn't? Wasn't she the one plowing Mr. Wilson?
Francine.
No, that's not
killed
Francine.
him.
That's Dawn Marie.
No, that was Dawn Marie. All
All right, my bad.
No, but
Back here
Francine.
if you need me.
Get out of here with your slander.
But in fairness, Francine had a boob job. She was having people pile drive her and shit in ECW.
That's different than like dressing in like lingerie and just going out there and rolling around in whipped cream. So
Well, this
Jerry
was
Lawler-
extreme. This was ECW.
So
damn
Jerry
it.
Lawler could yell puppies.
Well, I mean, Kelly was an exhibitionist. I mean, you got to add to
Again.
that story.
I'm just saying.
Let Kelly
It's-
finish her story. God damn it.
Like this
That's
Vince
the main
Mc-
event
wants
of
to finish.
WrestleMania.
the Vince McMahon stuff isn't over yet, and there's still more coming out. But it's like The Rock's on TV, The Rock's on TV, The Rock and Cody, The Rock and Roman, The Rock, and if a fraction of the people gave a shit about the fact that Vince McMahon was fucking sex trafficking and all this shit was happening under the WWE banner with a lot of people who knew what were going on, a fraction of the people who freaked out about The Rock taking Cody's place freaked out about that, then I think it would still be big news. but everybody's turned their attention to The Rock being involved in this storyline in WrestleMania, and I think that's done as a cover-up.
Honestly, I don't agree. I think people just don't give a shit about what Vince McMahon did. The product is hot. People are all behind Cody. They want to see him complete his story at WrestleMania, and that's what they're in for.
Now, Tony, if you want to say that maybe him coming onto the board of directors of TKO is kind of like a cover-up sort of situation where like he's there to like kind of like smooth things over in that whole group, then I can see that. But coming back on TV for that, like they already secured all the money. They already secured what they have. They've sold WrestleMania out. They have the Netflix deal. They have it all.
But what WWE does, and this is where AEW fails a lot, is WWE wants those people to keep coming back. So they're building stories, they're building interest, they're keeping people interested, they're getting people talking. And then maybe The Rock feeds into that because you may not know who Roman Reigns is. You may not know who Cody Rhodes is. You sure as shit know who fucking Dwayne Johnson is.
Right. I agree with
so
that.
So if Dwayne Johnson brings eyes to Cody and Roman, well, maybe Cody and Roman get that rub at WrestleMania just because The Rock is there.
And you said earlier, the business has never been hotter, though. Like, it's never been hotter. They don't necessarily need WrestleMania is going to get the mainstream no matter what.
Yeah, but they want to build to the future, though. They want to keep this rolling with The Rock, and The Rock is another cog in this thing.
Yeah, I mean, in terms of like The Rock potentially distracting from the Vince McMahon thing, like, I don't know, people can pay attention to more than one thing at once. And correct me if I'm wrong, I don't think there's been any like necessarily new news with the Vince McMahon thing. As far as I know, it's just under investigation.
Oh no, John Laurinaitis already threw Vince under the bus.
And I know
that was weeks
ago. The Ashley Massaro stuff has been making the rounds.
But that stuff makes the rounds. People are aware of that. It's not like The Rock being on TV buries that, you know. And I think The Rock and the TV storylines, that's a more evolving. Like you can visualize it, you can see it on TV. So obviously, there's going to be more discourse online with that, rather than an investigation that most people know nothing about, other than the Ashley Massaro stuff and these little things that come out. So to me, I mean, and I don't think The Rock honestly would put his brand at risk to be a scapegoat, not a scapegoat, but just kind of a cover up. So I hear what you're saying, but personally, I don't think you can attribute them trying to create a meaningful TV product as a way to like counteract something else. I think it's just them trying to create a good show, and I don't think it's really that deep.
And it's good. It's real good.
Dude, I love Claymore being involved with this. Talking up shit that he made Cody go after Roman, how he's going to elevate the title that Seth Rollins has because Seth's been doing fuck all with it. It's just so good, man. It's tying it's like watching wrestling in the 80s again, where there's one major storyline, but everybody's got their hooks in it and everything's sort of tied in a little bit. That's the good shit right there. That's the good shit.
Gunther and Jey Uso tonight as well.
Yeah.
I mean, the women also got some stuff going. The free agents and even NXT is pretty as hot as it's been in a while. So yeah, they got a lot of good stuff going over there.
When I think of the 80s, I think
Rick fucking McGraw?
And Braun Breaker signed to SmackDown.
And he's your NXT Tag Team Champion.
Fuck yeah. I mean, look.
This show is not worth a fisting.
Well,
hey, come on now. I think it might be.
I mean, Kevin Owens came up as the NXT champion, had a big story with Cena right away. So, you know, it's not out of the realm of possibility that NXT people show up with belts. Why not? Who gives a shit?
I'd have a lot harder time accepting this if the product wasn't so good. Like back when they would like cross brands all the time when the shit sucked, that was different. Now like everything actually is fun and it's good, and it makes me kind of forget that they're supposed to be separate brands. And it just like Braun Breaker with the NXT belt signing SmackDown, totally cool. The Jade Cargill, who knows what we're gonna have with her, where she's gonna sign? Because I thought she was in that segment on SmackDown with Braun as well. So we'll see.
Well, things that are fun and cool is HJC and the Apron Bump Podcast. Kyle, we appreciate you coming on every month. I hope you have as much fun as we do. Remember, Apron Bump Podcast. Check it out. Every Wednesday he drops a new episode. Our guest tonight was just a guest on the Apron Bump with Kyle. It's the hardest part of the ring, and it's Kyle doing the octopus.
Well, that's how
Fuck
I hand
yeah.
job. Is that not the right technique?
Well,
really
this is
depends.
the octopus.
This is more.
Yeah,
of
you're
a
doing
And
like
this is the good old HJ.
you're doing like Shadow Dog on the wall. What are you doing there?
Kyle, did I ask you about foot jobs? Yay or nay?
I don't know if
Did
you
we talk
did.
about this
That's-
last time?
That sounds like a bunch of silliness to me.
Really?
Shadow dog your dick, bro?
Sometimes.
Shadow dog your dick, bro.
If I'm feeling frisky. Is that not doggy style?
With the bunny rabbit.
I
Go
like it.
Ace.
Kyle, what do you got coming up this Wednesday?
Ooh, we got your favorite little progress wrestling. Talk about
God.
Big Ben. Talk about fish and beans and chips and whatever else they eat. And
Fuck you.
Oh, what a
Dare
dick.
you guys.
What a dick.
fucking,
What?
talk about a little Will Ospreay versus Swerve Strickland, which is somewhat topical. So it's a fun little parallel there. It's from 2016, but it's a nice little ditty.
All right.
I agree. I absolutely agree with that assessment.
What a package.
All right, Kai.
Thank you so much, Kyle. No.
Homeboy, welcome to the hood, brother.
I hope you bring the same energy with Chubbers.
We bring the same energy all night.
Is that
It's
what
a
we should
fucking-
call them? Should we call them chubbers?
Yeah. What up, Chubbers?
Okay.
Don't call him Chodley.
He'd be fine with it, I think.
Not after dinner.
Chudley Dudley?
I'm gonna get off by cranking your knob.
Oh. One more thing.
Cocks.